Alrighty, this is the entity that is remaining. I just captured video. The entity has not gone anywhere by helicopter because they are stalking and engaging in surveillance by helicopter. These are the demons, I want to be clear, whose delusional and ongoing failed witchcraft has resulted in what's going to be death magic that's going to execute itself against the demons, the witches of the Ontario Police Department. They've engaged in what is years of targeting American citizens. The use of witchcraft is relevant under the law with regard to malice. Murdering someone and then doing it with no hands and claiming that that person killed themselves, claiming that that person was crazy, that they disappeared, claiming that that person mysteriously suffered some unknown demise, when demons like the Ontario Police Department, who utilize witchcraft by stalking you in helicopters, doing so under things like a fake sun and a fake moon, doing so amongst things like impossible light activity in an abnormal and unscientifically impossible environment. This is all witchcraft. Their witchcraft has failed, and they've been engaging in what is years of using what is witchcraft against somebody that the Lord God has said, do not touch and do no harm. Do you know what that means? That means not only am I going to prosecute them with the body of evidence of them stalking me, just like this video is, on an ongoing basis, that is judgment on earth. They are subject to what is spiritual judgment before the Lord God himself. And that is going to include that the return of all of that death magic. I'm not losing my life. I shall live. It's not going to touch me. It's touching them. You're already witnessing it. They've cursed their children. They've cursed their spouses, their households. They've cursed everything concerning their lives. And the demons are so triggered regarding me exposing the fact that they're still engaging in what is delusional and failed witchcraft, which is a federal case regarding terrorism, that they engage in more criminal activity. That's how mentally ill they are. That's why the Ontario police are stalking. I captured that video moments ago. When you're in a helicopter and you're going about your business, you're gone. Why am I capturing another video of them here flying in this direction? Because they're stalking again. They're engaging in what is another episode of stalking, rather. They didn't go anywhere. They're still stalking. They're engaged in psychopathic pacing, which is all that Christmas light show parade was. They all parked all around, engaged in what is pacing all around me, and it's failed witchcraft. These people have committed what is mass spiritual suicide. That's literally what they've engaged in. And this is what is, again, failed witchcraft that does not work against a child of God. They're engaging in what is sexual violence while they're practicing failed witchcraft. They're engaged in domestic terrorism while they're practicing failed witchcraft. They're engaged in what is making threats to commit kidnapping while you're engaged in criminal surveillance while they're practicing failed witchcraft. They're going to federal prison. They're being deported. They're being removed from minor children. They are going to be the basis whereby you are establishing new laws concerning mental illness, actual mental illness by such terrorists, corrupt entities, and also federal law to prosecute domestic terrorism, which is no conspiracy theory. The reason why a lot of this has been remaining as a conspiracy theory, number one, is because it's the government system, and number two, because it is relevant to what is demon possession, which is an invisible spirit, the practice of witchcraft. This is P.O.C. It is currently, and this entity's failed witchcraft is the public humiliation of the mentally ill. The only type that are engaging in stalking in manners that are unheard of, which has to be proven in tangible evidence so that no other American citizen will ever be falsely depicted as mentally ill when it is in fact the demons who are vagina monitors, who are a threat to minor children, who are in fact mentally ill, psychopathic, obsessed with my vagina, and I don't have to know their name to know that. That's a psychopath, and that's a co-conspirator of murder. That's P.O.C. It is currently 11:16 p.m. By pure numerosity, Mike LORENZ is going to prison. Pure numerosity of co-conspirators, of stalkers, and that agency's ongoing pattern of conduct of stalking me along with them, facilitating their criminal stalking conduct and their mental illness proven through stalking in manners that are supernatural, impossible to naturally occur. Doing so as a gang, that's terrorism. They're all psychopaths under the fake moon, and nobody's imagining this. The entity that's engaged in criminal defamation is the entity that is mentally ill. This is P.O.C.